So if we're seeing this, this means Teams isn't working. So I wanted to record a quick session making sure that I went over the answers for the enzyme activity so that you know everything that we're doing. So before I start going over the answers, I want to say that that you do have a homework assignment, and that is that you need to catch, tomorrow we're having a catch-up day. So assuming that Teams works, what we're going to do is you're going to log into the call tomorrow, and we're going to use the time to catch up with any missing assignments you have in my class or other classes. So your homework assignment is to go onto PowerSchool and make sure that you have 0 missing assignments. And if you do have missing assignments, no big deal. Make a list of what they are, and then we can start working on them in class tomorrow. If you have no missing assignments for my class, that's great. Use this time to work on another class. Okay, everybody, so this is the lactase enzyme activity, and I just want to go over the answers with you. I know that we had a chance yesterday to meet to talk about how to look at temperature and how to do this part. So hopefully you have both tables filled out. So we're just going to go over the results today. And I typed it up in the content library of your notebook under, it just says lactase enzyme activity. It's under the content library, under labs and homework. So you'll be able to see these answers too if I'm going too fast in the video. So 40 degrees Celsius was the one that had the optimum temperature, really. And the way that I saw that was because it had the highest rate of reaction. So it had the steepest line of everything, the biggest slope, the highest rate of reaction. Okay, so explain why your results of the optimum temperature for the lactase enzyme make sense for the human enzyme. This is a little awkwardly worded on my part, but basically the internal body temp of a human is 37 degrees. 40 worked because this enzyme is in the human body, and that's the temperature of the human body. If the temperature was too hot or too cold, the enzyme was being denatured, which means its 3D shape was changing, making it not function. So if it was too cold or if it was too hot, the protein's shape changed, it denatured, and it caused a loss of function, making the rate go down. The next part was pH. So 7 was the optimum pH. The rate was the highest at 7. Explain why this would be the optimum pH for the human enzyme. Human blood is around 7. 7 work best because the enzyme is in the human body, and that's the pH of the human body. If the pH was too acidic or too basic, the enzyme was being denatured. That means that the 3D shape was changing, making it not function. So if you had something that was a pH that was too acidic or too basic, it lost its function because, again, it lost its function because it was not at the right pH, right? So the best pH is the one that works in the body. This makes sense because lactase works in the human body. Then the next one, you might have had to do a little bit of research, so I did this for you. But if you have any sort of lactose intolerance, you know about this. Milk, more specifically lactose, can't be digested fully. And since the individual who lacks the ability to, because it says lacks functioning copies of the gene encoding lactase, in English that means they can't make the enzyme. So since this individual can't make the enzyme, they can't digest lactose. What happens instead is bacteria in your gut digest the lactose, which leads to an overproduction of gas and bloating inside of you, which causes pain and a lot of discomfort. So that's really what we were looking for this. Hopefully from this lab, you were able to see that with different changes in heat and different changes in pH, the protein begins to denature and to not function. So that's it for today. You were able to see the answers, so make sure that your charts are complete and go ahead and hit submit. If you can't get on Teams to hit submit, that's fine. Just do it in your OneNote and I'll be able to see it there. Make sure that you have a list of any of your missing assignments from this class and other classes so that we can work on that in class tomorrow, and I'll see you in class tomorrow. Bye.